What are you doing? What are you reading, Mort?
I'm reading ACOTAR, King Julian. It's about a
Mort,
girl
Mort,
who
please.
kisses a fae.
Mort, please. They're all about girls who kisses Faye. Mort, please.
But King Julian, you don't understand. This one is worse.
Hi, welcome to Page to Stage,
Where the books write the script.
and we set the scene. I'm Emma.
And I'm Maddie.
Welcome to today's episode, where we cover the first 3 books of the ACOTAR series.
All at once. You heard it here first.
It's too much to do all 3
Yeah.
individually. We're smushing them.
Yep.
Think of me when you smush.
What?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference.
I don't recall that.
It's the Pontiac Bandit.
Oh, I know. I do remember that.
Think of me when you smush.
Oh my god.
All right, well, let's talk about ACOTAR. We smooshed them.
We
We
did.
smooshed the first 3. So, A Court of Thorns and Roses and the other 2.
We liked them fine,
What are they?
guys.
What are Mist and Fury?
Yep.
And
War.
Wings and Ruin.
Yep.
Okay. In that order, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
in that
so
order.
A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Ruin. Smushed into one. We did like them fine. They were
Yeah.
fine.
We were entertained.
Yeah, and we loved Silver Flames.
Yes.
We loved that one.
What
Other
a-
than all the smushing that
Oh my
happened.
god.
There was so much smushing in that book.
We're not against it
No,
as a concept, but like
when it's every
a
other...
tasteful amount of times, please.
Yeah, it was not tasteful.
No.
But we will be talking about that one
Yes.
with our celebrity guest.
Yay!
Yay! We're going to have Taylor J. of the Assassins Academy on for Silver Flames next episode.
We are so excited.
So we're so pumped. But we're going to do those 3, and then we were thinking we would do A Court of Frost and Starlight. We will do the novella as a Christmas episode. But for now, let's get into the first 3 ACOTAR books.
Yes.
Let's start with the set. What
What-
kind of stage do we feel like this is set on?
We talked a little bit before we started about how our concept is doing like a battle of falsified plays, and we'll
Mhm.
get more into that. But if we're going to stage it like a battle, we need sort of halves of a stage
Okay.
or
Ooh.
a stage on a stage.
And/or this is a great time for our colosseum stage.
Oh!
Where everybody sits up and around and they sit in, and it's like we're watching a Bakugan battle.
What is that?
Bakugan, no!
Is it a reference you're making because you're old?
Yeah. Like a Pokemon battle. Like a...
Oh, I know what Pokemon is. I just
Don't know what
partake.
Bakugan is. That's fine. I don't partake. That's our next shirt.
That one, and then what was our first shirt?
That was the Tooth Fairy and the tax man. The money under the pillow for the tax man, in case he comes to town. The money under the pillow for the tax man, so he won't take me down
Down where?
to his lair. Stashes of coins are there. I don't know what happens after that.
No, but it was glorious while it
Thanks.
lasted.
Thanks. The actual song is The Dirt Man.
I know.
But I changed it to The Tax Man.
Yeah.
Which, you know what would be crazy?
yes.
If in that book, the reason why they're together is because she puts money under the pillows for a tooth, and then he goes and collects the money.
We have established that he's just an accountant.
Well, they shouldn't call him the Tax Man then.
I know.
All right. Well, let's talk about ACOTAR.
I think this would be a great time for an arena style stage.
Mhm.
But I also don't think it can be a huge audience because they're going to do fourth wall breaking
Mm-hmm.
and the audience needs to be able to see them. Kind of like the look of doing it as a Colosseum though.
Yeah.
Because then you can seat people on one side to be like, you've been rostered into Team Night Court.
You've been rostered into Team Tampon.
People are gonna be so mad.
They're gonna be pissed. But we could put the tampon girlies over there. Be like,
they do exist.
Anybody, when they buy tickets online, it's like, do you have a weird, like a weird apology?
Yeah, are you weirdly willing to apologize for Tamlin? That is so crazy. Because, like, absolutely valid point that he was, like, having a trauma reaction that was wrong and whatever. And maybe he has a character arc, and I'm okay with that.
Sure, we like a
if
character
it's
arc.
well done. However, the argument that he's not an abuser is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because he is. And it's like, yes, two things can be true at once.
Yeah.
He is an abuser, and it was a trauma reaction, and if he character arcs and gets better, then he can try again with somebody else.
Yes.
But not with Feyre.
No.
He's ruined that.
Yeah.
That's how all things should be.
Oh my gosh. And the same people are always like, well, Rhys kidnapped her. It's all about consent, guys.
Yeah.
She was chill with it.
Yeah, she was like...
So it's not kidnapping.
So, arena style.
Yes.
Or like Colosseum style.
Yes.
But small.
Yeah.
I think an audience of 200 would be fine. I think 100 is very small.
I've had a new idea.
Okay.
Everyone is Team Night Court except for a character playing Lucian who sits the entire time in the audience and goes, woo! Go Tamlin!
A nice little fourth wall situation.
Yeah.
I love that. That's good.
Can I have it?
You can have it. So, set-wise, I think it's very bare bones.
I don't think that in my mind, there is a standing set at all. I think they bring everything on and off.
Yes. Like a college one-act festival.
Yeah. Like, there could be a set piece. It could be a whole little house. But Nesta and Cassian have to carry it in on their backs.
Yeah.
Because it can't sit there the whole time. Nothing really needs to be on the stage.
Nope, it's just this big, I imagine it dirt floor.
Yeah.
Like very Colosseum-esque.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's like you're sitting in the Colosseum under the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like you're under the mountain.
Yes. I think we're not quite at lights yet, but I do think that to show the transition between when Tamlin is talking and when Rhys is talking, there should be like little stars projected on the floor versus like little leaves or something.
Yeah.
To clarify for the audience, this is probably a good point. We've decided it should be like a battle of the truths.
Yeah. And so it's like back and forth, like Tamlin says like this is what happened and like tells his side of the story, and Rhys cuts in and goes that's not what happened and says and like has his side, and it's very much like a battle, like a rap battle, but in little tiny plays that they've put on with their court folks. And then I think Feyre breaks in.
She'll editorialize
and goes, no. Here's the real truth. And then she tells the truth. Her truth, obviously. Yes. Which is different than their truth, but I think probably more central because she was actually in all of it. But yeah, it's very, very minimal set. Colosseum-esque. It has a roof because it's got to have a roof.
Yes.
It's not just like open, but it's structured like a Colosseum.
Yeah.
But it's like a roof.
Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Yeah.
So we jump right to costumes?
Yeah, let's talk about costumes. Costumes are going to be super important in this.
Yes.
But I think we almost run this as a ensemble-based show.
Yeah.
Where it's like the same like 12 actors, and 6 of them are Team Tamlin and 6 of them are Team Rhys, and they kind of go back and forth until Feyre has hers, and then there's like the core. And then she like pulls Rhys from his side and pulls Tamlin from his side.
Yeah.
And then like has her sisters.
Yeah.
And like tells her story using them. And they kind of jump right into like what we know is the truth from the book.
Sure.
But costuming wise, I think it's got to be like Spring Court, Spring Court, Night Court.
Yeah.
Blues and pinks, greens, like pretty spring colors.
Like purples and blacks and
like
reds.
Purples and blacks and reds on the Night Court side.
For sure. Super color divide. Also, I think that this is a show where it could make sense for costumes to be very intricate.
Yes.
I think that's something for a show with very little set that might be necessary to hold the audience's attention sometimes. I would love to see sparkles.
So many sparkles.
For the Night Court especially.
Mm-hmm. And wings.
Yes. Wings. How do we do wings on this stage?
Well, it has a roof, so we could throw in a fly if we wanted to.
Do we ever need them to fly?
No, we don't need them to fly. I think Not necessarily. I think we pop out the wings, like we put them on like a little spring-loaded system, like in Wicked. When actually you haven't seen the stage play of Wicked, but when they turn that monkey into the flying monkeys, on stage, that transformation is so cool because he's in this little like outfit, and then all of a sudden like these wings burst from his back and they like get big. It's super cool. We could do with that sort of thing. Because I think this show, even though it is a battle of the truths, is still fairly intense.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I think it's serious, and it's like...
I think that would be a really cool thing to do for Rhys, only when we cut to, like, Feyre's truth and then the real stuff.
Yeah.
I think for the rest of it, we just see him in, like, what we're pretending isn't just a tuxedo. like she did for 5 books.
Yeah.
She was like, what's he wearing? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, actually.
What is everybody else wearing? Pseudo, like, medieval 18th century combo garb.
Yes.
What's Rhys wearing? Don't worry about it.
He's very sleek. All black. It maybe has 3 pieces.
It definitely has lapels.
There's some lapel situation happening.
Just don't squint too hard at it.
Just don't look at it. It's a black shirt. It has a collar.
Yeah.
And it has a jacket over it.
Uh-huh.
And it has maybe a cummerbund.
Oh, certainly. Yes.
And some black pants.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know. And is it 18th century or is it modern? Who's to say? He's very sleek. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Okay. I'll leave him alone. And then, we see everybody in their most typical costume. Yeah. I don't think that we ever see them change clothes.
No.
So what we see them in has to represent them.
Yeah. I think that the Battle of the Truths even takes up about half an hour of the show. Yeah. I think it's like 15 minutes Tamlin's truth, 15 minutes Rhys's truth, and then Feyre just yanks Rhys, yanks Tamlin, and restarts the story from her truth.
Yes.
And that's where the majority of the story
we do like an
happens.
Hour of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
sometimes it's like they cut in and they go, wait, what about this? And she goes, oh yeah, don't you remember? You said it through my brain.
Yeah.
Like, very much like it is intensive, but it is as if they are playing a game.
Absolutely.
To remind themselves of their story.
Yes.
So costuming, I think, can be, like, they don't have to change. I think we can cartoon character.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. I like it. Although I think Feyre has to have a cool, like, Cinderella shift.
Yes.
In her own story where she's wearing whatever she was wearing when she got to the Spring Court.
For sure.
And when she becomes High Lady of the Night Court.
Yeah.
There has to be like a Cinderella-esque shift where all of a sudden she's
Yes. But in reverse. Like big-ish ball gown sort of thing to smaller, more comfortable dress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's fair. And I think they tell the big things.
Yeah.
They don't have to tell all the little minutia.
No, absolutely
it's not necessary. Like, it would be a 12-hour-long play. So they tell the big things. And they are able to say, here is the story.
Yeah.
And her version is the most realistic, is the most solid, and, like, the most intense. Probably.
Yeah, I think
like,
so.
there's a silly goofy. Like, we start really silly goofy, and it devolves.
As it always should.
As it always should.
Okay, so what else?
Set costumes?
Do we want to talk about for costumes? Is there
Masks?
anything? Yeah, I do think that if this is taking point at a time when they're not wearing them anymore, you just like pull it out of your pocket and like hold it on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if this is like a looking back, they like.
And then we can signify fourth wall breaks and them breaking out of scenes to be like, is that what happened by removing the mask that can't come off?
Right. Yeah. I think that's great. I love that. And that's a very good signal for the audience. It's a good signal for them. It's a good blocking choice.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. That's set. That's costumes.
Yay. So where are we at with lighting and sound for a show like this?
It's interesting. Because I think this is where we need to talk about what happens right before intermission.
Okay.
Because I think that's going to impact the lighting and sound a lot. So What Maddie and I are thinking is that it is this battle of the truths until Feyre gets to the point in her story, where we meet up with the happenings of Wings and Ruin.
Yeah, like they're standing on the edge of this war valley, about to reveal that their anniversary present to each other is Eldritch Horrors.
That's so true. And then I think the sound shifts a lot, because before it was like a play within a play. Yes. And now all of a sudden I think the whole space has to shake.
Yes.
It has to be very surroundy, very like, oh crap, what's happening? What's coming in?
Oh, absolutely. Intense lighting, yes. Mood lighting.
And then all of a sudden they break out and they're like, wait, what's happening? Oh crap, yeah. War. And then we're real time. Then yes. We're no longer telling a past story. We are live watching the Battle of Hybern.
Right.
And so we've gotten to this point. We have Nesta, we have Elaine, we have everybody's here. We have the High Lady of the Night Court, the High Lord of the Night Court.
We got the Inner Circle.
The Inner Circle's there. Everybody's there. And Hybern's army marches in.
Yes.
And that's when things shift. Because up to this point, it is
Hybern's army technicians. Or
no, I think it's the ensemble from earlier.
Okay.
Because we've stopped using them.
Okay, great.
So they go and get changed. They change into something. And then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? Intermission of Into the Woods.
Yes.
Where we think everything's good and fine.
Yeah.
And then
it's
like,
so nice.
Just kidding. And then people start dying.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where we end up. And so then we're like, oh, this was such a fun little play within a play. And then as intermissions, like right before intermission, Hybern's army marches in. They all break character in their play within a play, and they are in battle.
Yeah.
Just about to start this battle. And they're like, ah, crap. I forgot. War.
Yes.
And then the lights cut. They freeze on stage. And I think the actors stay frozen the entire intermission. Because there's not a curtain to close.
Yeah, I like it.
So they freeze. We have a quick intermission. And then they resume, and it's wartime. And then we get the entire end of Wings and Ruin. Like, the entire battle. We get the entire thing with Cassian and Nesta. We get the
resurrection.
The resurrection.
Of Rhys Christ.
Of Rhys Christ. What?
Haven't you been on the internet?
No! We get the resurrection of Rhys Christ. And we get Nesta chopping off the King of Hybern's head.
Oh, yes. Elaine cuts off his head. Yeah,
does Elaine cut off his head?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's the only thing she ever does.
That's so true.
And they're like, Kingslayer.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. So Nesta throwing her body over Cassian after we see the cauldron situation, then she books it across, and while she's booking it across, we're watching something else.
Azrael is busy over there.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep moving around
because
whatever's happening. Because it's a battle.
It's a battle. We get all of that stuff, and it's just intense. And
it's going to be a huge place for effects. Like, up until this point, the show has had very few.
Yes.
Stuff is just mimed out, and now it is
full.
Visceral. It is huge.
Yeah, it is Colosseum.
Yeah.
It is a Colosseum battle. This is where everything becomes so much more real.
And everyone has to be moving.
The lights, I think, in this space are what are going to draw our attention to where it needs to happen.
Yes.
I think this is where our lighting really becomes important.
Yes.
And the sounds are big, and it's very immersive.
Yes.
Like, big. We hear the cling, 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 cling of all the swords, and we hear, like, the
when
of
we
magic and
see Amren,
yes,
like, come out of the cauldron to end it.
Yes.
How does that look on stage? Do we sort of, like, light it out, like, so bright the audience can only kind of see, and we have her voice ring out, and then we have the actors leave?
I think we should be able to see her.
Okay.
Like, she's lit well.
Yes.
And we wash out the rest of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And she is calling out. And I think we do. I think we have a platform that raises from the middle.
Yes.
Like at the Super Bowl.
Yes, I have to agree.
Or like in that episode of SpongeBob, the Bubble Bowl. Like come up into the middle, and it like raises, and it has this giant cauldron on it, and Amren emerges from the cauldron.
Right.
And then everything else washes out except for her.
Absolutely.
And then we make everybody play dead except the people that she doesn't kill.
Yeah.
Right? And then they're all kind of standing and they're like, "Aw, crap.
Right.
She did that."
Right. And immediately after that is the resurrection of Rhys Christ.
Yes. But I think that...
Do we do it? Do we just cut it after she kills everybody? How far are we going?
It's a good question, because it is not the end of the series, but it is the end of the play.
Okay.
Right? Like, the play ends at the end of this book.
Yeah.
So we have to
commit to what Sarah never could.
We kill Rhys. We kill Rhys.
He's dead.
Yeah. Are we gonna lose our 2 listeners for that? Maybe.
No. They're...
But no, we
would have lost him way earlier than now if that's what was going to lose him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you've listened to our last few episodes, you know that we hate a non-committal bitch.
Yes. And
Sarah J. Maas is a non-committal bitch.
Yeah. We don't have anything against Rhys, but he has to die because he was supposed to.
He was supposed to die. There needs to be stakes. And do we Romeo and Juliet this bitch?
No.
What does she do?
I feel like when he's dying, we get a little bit from her, right? Like, we know that she's sort of already thinking, like, what she's gonna do if she can't get his ass back.
Yeah.
I think she runs the night court.
Could Feyre, as we know her, pre-Silver Flames,
sure,
could she move on without Rhys?
Eventually.
I kind of feel like if she doesn't get Rhys back, she doesn't have other thoughts. Like, in that moment, all the thoughts she has is Tamlin, help him.
Yeah. So maybe for we watch her, like, desperately in, like, a stumble fashion that is like a Mad Ophelia stumble around the stage to collect the High Lords.
Mm-hmm.
And if the cauldron is in the middle and he's next to the cauldron, we bring them all to the center and we hear her sort of quiet go, help him.
Yeah.
And then we shut the lights off.
And that's the end of the play?
I guess.
If
you want to shut it with his death, we just have to do it right when he dies, probably. Or we have to resurrect him. I don't think we can actually diverge from a major plot point. I think we can only avoid it.
Yeah, so help him. Lights out. We're done.
Okay, but let's hit props.
Yes.
What are their hand props?
Swords.
Yeah.
Knives.
Do we care to differentiate between, like, somebody's magical sword and somebody else's magical sword, or they just all look the same? Ish.
I think for purposes of clarity, we just etch the names into the sword. Or he's like, my dagger!
Truth teller!
Truth teller!
With this I vanquish thee! Yeah, because that's an Asriel thing to say.
I don't know, or like, I was thinking on the swords. I forgot about the daggers having names.
Well, Nesta's sword has a name.
Yeah.
She doesn't have it yet, though.
Yeah.
Cassian's sword does not.
No.
Nobody else has a sword with a name.
Okay, so we don't need to etch them.
It's a heckin' lot of swords with names in Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
You don't even know
Well,
yet.
I'm sure I don't, but, like, I've already met 2, I think, so...
Yeah, there's so many
That's
more.
so many, and I keep getting, for whatever reason, I keep getting the swords conflicted with the swords in Quicksilver.
Oh.
So I'm like, hang on, don't they all have names? They don't.
We were talking about props.
Yes.
We're writing the names of the swords on the swords.
Except they don't have names, so we aren't doing that.
Yeah, okay. We're not distinguishing them, though.
No.
Because it doesn't matter.
No, because it's like this person owns this sword. Other props are the handheld stuff that they bring on to do their little plays.
I don't honestly think that it bears a ton of breaking down.
Mm-mm. I think the biggest thing is going to be the cauldron.
Yes.
Which I almost feel... I mean, we talked about this when we were going to do this as more of a, like, the actual whole play was done as if it was really happening in that moment.
Right.
But when it's a play within a play, their ears will already be Fae because it's already happening. So, like, what we can do instead is, like, have them put their hair behind their ears as they come out of a giant cauldron.
Absolutely.
And, like, hey, look, they're pokey now.
Yeah. How are we, in the moments before it's a serious battle,
Yes.
going to show magic? Are we going to ignore it because it's not hugely relevant?
It's not hugely relevant. I think there are moments and glimmers. And I think, you know, like in Frozen 2?
Sure.
When Olaf is giving the whole spiel of what happened in Frozen 1.
Yeah.
And at one point he just, like, throws snow and he's like, snow, snow, ice battle.
It's like that?
Yeah, but, like, more serious.
Okay.
Because that's kind of what these plays within a play is, right? Is like him,
Yeah.
like them recapping what happens in the first 2 books. Because I kind of don't think that Lucian or that Tamlin or Rhys actually, when they're recapping things, I think they skip Under the Mountain altogether.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I had her and then he stole her. And it's like, no, she was upset. And then she's like, hey, what about all this badass stuff I did? And you remember when I couldn't read?
I think that when we see her in her trials, maybe we just send her down that platform under the stage, and then we see them like, get the worm! And you hear her going like, ah!
You know what would be really cool?
Squish sound, stab sound, sorry.
Squelching, wet squelching.
No!
That's my favorite subtitle from Stranger Things. Wet squelching. Isn't all squelching wet? Why do we have to signify that it's wet? I don't know.
Maybe some squelching is just damp.
Damp squelching. What would dry squelching sound like? That was still wet. Crunch, 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 crunch.
But that's not squelch.
Well, I think by nature squelches are wet. ASMR. Anyway, what I think would be really cool is a shadow puppet show on the ceiling.
We can't do any more puppets.
Why? On the ceiling. Shadows on the ceiling.
We have done shadow puppets 3 times in a row.
Well, because it's cool. Because how else do you show the big battles other than they look up into the ceiling? The audience looks into the ceiling while they're standing over that pit and they're going, get the worm, get the worm. And you see, or maybe just a projection on the ceiling.
Or we could throw tufts of red fabric out of the hole like it's blood, and then she emerges
with a worm head.
Yeah, with a big paper mache worm head, and she's filthy.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's fair.
Because I think we're gonna need shadow puppets again very soon.
I think we always need shadow puppets.
There
is no way to do big battles without shadow puppets.
Good shadow puppets on ACOTAR.
That's fair. Okay, so they're looking over the hole. They're kind of yelling at her, good job, you're doing it, and explaining.
Right. Conveniently enough, she's in a hole once again for the next one.
Yeah.
We just put her back.
Yeah.
We bring Lucian out of his seat in the audience for the first time.
I kind of feel like we do all of the trials in one go. I don't think we do the in-betweeny weenies.
Oh, no.
I think they are we don't have to take her out of the hole.
Yeah.
Because she's in the hole the whole time and she tosses the head out.
Oh, okay, great.
And then it's the next one.
Yeah. And then we bring her up for the third trial. We line up some people with bags on their heads. She swipes the bag. We watch it move to an unnatural degree because we put something in the bag. They're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that. And then, so that's the trials, that's all of ACOTAR, right? And then we have to, everything happens and we have the ensemble. We're not skipping important plot points. No. We're just not talking about them right now.
Yeah. Of these only okay books we read, what parts were, shiny and good and interesting? What's your favorite part of the first 3 ACOTAR books?
I do love when the Archeron sisters get kidnapped.
Okay.
I do love when they are searching for the cauldron and they find them. And, I love Nesta, just, flipping them off out of the cauldron and, emerging with, the power of death.
Yeah, pointing.
Yeah. I think
they're oh my God, she pointed at me.
She pointed at me. I feel like I'm gonna die now, which is true.
Yeah.
I do think
Lady
that's...
Death, man.
Yeah, she emerges with the power of death. I think that's awesome. The moment where Elaine gets kidnapped. Also.
To Hybern's camp.
And that whole, situation that goes on with it. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
And I love all the moments with the inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do think we will see in this play within a play because we're watching the camaraderie happen.
Yes.
In real time, recapping
absolutely
what happens. And so I think that as long as we find that found family moments, those moments in there, I think it's going to be good.
I think those have got to be some of my favorite moments too, when she's with the inner circle as a found family and not as her new boyfriend's war council.
Yeah.
Moore and Cassian and Azrael and occasionally Amren play such a big part in helping her heal.
Yeah.
When Azrael teaches her how to fly.
That is the healing journeys that happen in these books are some of my favorites.
Yes.
Like, and that's, I think, why Silver Flames is our favorite.
And that's why there's crack in them. Like,
yeah.
You maybe don't ever care a ton about the romantic plot or, like, the particular set of stakes, but you're like, good for her.
Yeah, she's getting better. She starts and she is alone. And she's this sole provider for her family. And then by the end of the third book, she has a family that helps provide for her, and they work together, and she gets to be happy.
Yeah. She has a power over her own life that she's never had.
Yeah.
It's incredible. We love that.
Yeah, and I think as long as we show that,
absolutely,
it will be good.
Yeah.
Well, let's get sappy about ACOTAR real quick.
I think that Elaine has no lines.
Yeah. I don't know. Is her seer ability important?
Nah.
All right.
Not in this version.
No.
She doesn't talk.
Okay.
Maybe she gets one line and it's when she cuts his head off.
Yes. And I think the line should be, "Fuck you, you fascist dictator."
Yeah. I think that makes great sense for a world in which fascism isn't a construct.
What do you mean, of course it's a construct?
It's happening, but they don't know it.
How do you know?
You make a good point.
All Elaine does all the time is read. And so she's out here reading about societal structures and finding out what fascism is.
Just reading Mein Kampf?
Yes. And she's like,
spitting on it.
Damn. I think the King of Hybern might be Hitler.
Yeah.
Like, I found this book from Midgard. Found this book from Midgard, and damn,
they have cell phones in Crescent City. It's
of course
insane.
they do. That is wild. I found this book from Midgard, and I think the King of Hybern might be Hitler.
Yeah.
Shit. And then, fuck you fascist dictator. Cuts off his head.
Yes.
And his head rolls.
I love it.
That's got to be a really cool prop.
Yes.
I don't know if I've talked about it on the pod. Have I talked about the all-female rendition of Macbeth on the pod?
Not yet.
You guys.
I've heard so much about it, but nothing on the pod.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw this all-female production of the Scottish play I already said it once and I feel yucky about it. In New York. It had Anna Sophia Robb in it, and it had what is her name? She plays Clove in the Hunger Games. Isabel Furman.
Okay.
She's also an orphan. She's like the main person in Orphan. So it had Isabel Furman in it. Isabel Furman played Macbethy. Anna Sophia Robb was Lady Macbeth. It was this whole concept that these girls were playing this game in the woods. And the concept was Slenderman. Like, you know, Slenderman myths, and like how like girls like went out and like killed each other. So they were playing this game in the woods. And so there was like 5 of them, and they all played all the parts in the Scottish play.
Yes.
And Isabel Furman was the main guy, and was always the main guy because he's always on stage. Anna Sophia Robb was Lady Macbeth.
Okay.
And so she was always Lady Macbeth, and Isabel Furman was always Macbeth, and then everybody else just kind of rotated. It was and it was an awesome set. It was a thrust stage. Oh. And it had these
you love a thrust stage.
I love a thrust stage. It had these pipes above it because it actually rained on stage at one point.
No way.
It did, like full rain on stage. And then there was like this river and whatever. But they're out in the woods playing a game, as kids do.
Yes.
Except that since it's based on the Slenderman myth, when Macbeth is killed, they killed her on stage. Like, they were like, we're gonna, like, they are the girls, they lured her out there to kill her.
Yeah.
And they stuck her head in the river and drowned her.
That's crazy.
There was a river on stage, and they drowned her in the river, and then they took a saw, and they sawed off her head. And so her body was laying there, completely limp. You couldn't see her head because it was underwater.
Yeah.
And out from the water.
Does the river run red?
Yes.
That's so cool.
It was so cool. And out from the water, they pull a head. Like just a detached head. It was the most hyper-realistic decapitated head. It looked just like Isabel Furman. And they pulled it out, and the hair was wet, and it was like dripping, and they pulled it out, and it was a silicone, beautiful prop head.
Yes.
And that's what I want.
I want that also.
For the King of Hybern.
Yes.
Where maybe it's the same. Like, I know she cuts off his head, but like maybe she like shoves him into the cauldron. Like, she like, fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
And then she pulls up the head.
It's not a huge stage. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the coolest rendition of Macbeth I've ever seen.
I want to see
it. It was all female. It was awesome. It was the coolest concept. It rained. There was a river. And there was a little bridge. That's where her actual head was.
Yeah.
Because they didn't actually kill the actress on stage.
Directed in text by women too, or do we?
I don't remember. I have the playbill. We should look at it.
Okay.
But her head was like under this little bridge that they had walked over, and she had like a little like snorkel, so that she could breathe. But it just like her body was fully limp, like it fully looked like she no longer had a head. It was so
that is so cool.
It was so cool. Oh, it was awesome. And I was sitting right there, and I could see it. And then I got to talk to Anna Sophia Robb, and I got to talk to Isabel Furman. It was so cool.
Let's weenie.
Let's weenie.
Between weenies.
In between your weenie.
Yeah.
In Betweeny Weenies is a segment on which we talk about the books that we read in between the other books that we read for book club. So it's books that either one of us has read and the other hasn't, or we're just reading for fun in between. Maddie's Betweeny Weenie right now is not very fun, but we can talk about it briefly if we want to.
Oh, sure. I like to think that I'm a well-rounded reader and a balanced person in all things.
Sure.
So I'm reading Missoula by John Krakauer right now.
He does other things too. He does the Into Thin Air.
Oh.
Where he hiked Everest.
Dope.
Wow.
And it's a criticism, like an account of, trigger warning, pretty heavy essay subject matter. It's an account of how in this college town where the University of Montana is, there is a long history of the justice system ignoring sexual assault and rape cases from these college students. And it's prevalent all across the American college system. So that's what I'm reading. And also, I was listening to Crescent City. Because I'm a complicated woman.
Yeah. So that's her in-betweeny weenie. It's not nearly as fun as what our in-betweeny weenies usually are, but it is important. It's an important subject matter. It's, Maddie's in college studying to be a teacher. Having the background and the understanding of things is, the more you learn, the more empathy you gain.
Absolutely.
And I think that, especially like in my in-betweeny weenie, sexual assault's pretty prevalent.
It is.
She talks about it all the time.
It colors her worldview a lot.
I kind of feel like we don't need sexual assault in my fantasy worlds.
Yes.
But she does it, Sarah J. Maas does it anyway. And that's fine. But, like, I think it's important to recognize that this is a relevant thing for all people, always.
Absolutely.
Like, not just college students and not just in the real world, but it colors how people write their fantasy worlds, too.
Yeah. So if it's something that weighs on your mind and you are prepared to handle the subject matter, I would really recommend the book.
Yeah. It's great. So on to much less intense topics.
Emma's weenie.
I'm halfway through my in-betweeny weenie, which is Crown of Midnight.
Yes, she is making her way through Throne of Glass because I told her she had to.
And I didn't want to, but I did anyway.
Which is the nature of any healthy relationship sometimes.
I mean, I agreed to do it. She was like, listen, I have not stopped thinking about it. I think about it every day.
Which is so unfortunate because I didn't want to.
She didn't want to like it, but I was like, okay. And she was like, but I kind of think you should read it. And I was like, okay. And I trust Maddie's, like, taste in books.
Yeah.
She's good at things. She's good at reading. She's good at, like, she and I have similar taste in books. Otherwise, this book club thing wouldn't work.
No.
And she was right so far. It's good. Like, it's not anything revolutionary at this point because I'm only in halfway through the second book.
Right.
But it is good. Like, I want to listen to it.
If you guys have read the series, you know that halfway through Crown of Midnight is not a point where anyone is like, yeah, this is so good.
Yeah.
But there are things happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, what has happened with Celaena's relationships since the end of Throne of Glass?
Okay, so I think in Act 1 of our Fourth Wing episode, I had talked about how love triangles are stupid.
Yes.
And how it should just be a why choose.
You sure did.
I still feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still feel that way because, listen, Kale is, like, broody and, like, beefy. And, like, Dorian sounds like store-brand Draco Malfoy in this audiobook. Are we not talking about Harry Potter at all on this podcast? I feel like we can't. You're right.
Yeah, no. They'll be like...
Canceled.
Yeah.
Listen, fuck transphobia, man.
We should air that. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck transphobia. Don't be a fucking turf.
Yeah.
Fuck J.K. Rowling.
That too.
Are we gonna get sued?
Maybe.
I don't care. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Okay, you still think it should be a white shoes?
I still think it should be a white shoes at this point. Dorian keeps being like, I'm letting go.
And then doesn't do
it's
that.
Like, but I see her. My father has her as his assassin. And I love her, but I have to let her go. Like, okay, buddy, but you don't, though. Because you're also in love with Kale, so we should just have a white shoes moment. But Kale loves Selena so much.
Yes.
Already. And my guess is that doesn't really, like, it, I don't know, I don't hear a lot about Kale in the inner spheres. But I do hear a lot about Dorian Havilyard in the internet.
Just hear a lot about Dorian Havilyard from me. I love him.
I see a lot about Dorian on the Instagrams.
That's true.
Don't see a lot about Kale on the Instagram, so I just want to say
which is good because
spoilers.
Yes.
Yeah. But I don't see a lot about him. So my guess is this is not Endgame or whatever, but he does love her, and I love that he took care of her. Like, and I love that there's this moment that I just passed where he, like, he went in after the, like, anniversary of the day her parents died.
Yeah. And
he, like, just, like, hugged her, and she just, like, kind of, like, fell into him. And I do love that moment. It's very cute. It's very sweet. And it should still be a white shoes, because what's better than one set of himbo arms? 2 sets of himbo arms.
Facts.
So
spitting facts on the podcast today.
So I think that it should still be a white shoes, but currently she has broken up with Dorian, and she's like, I'm gonna be best friends with Kale. But they look at each other like they love each other, and Dorian notices it, and he broke post to dance with her, and that was really cute, but also irresponsible as the captain of the guard.
Yeah.
And so
my man not wildly good at his job, actually.
Yeah, it was wild when he killed somebody. He was like, oh my god, I killed somebody. It's like, you're the captain of the guard. You're the captain of the guard. Why have you not killed somebody before?
Yeah. I want to discuss how he's like, yes, my girlfriend, the king's assassin. She kills people?
Oh, yeah. He's like, what do you mean she kills? Oh, that's what just happened in the book.
Oh.
Is that she told him that she doesn't kill people.
Okay.
That she hasn't killed any of these people. They're at dinner for his birthday.
Yes.
And he's like, this is the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me. And she was like, I gotta tell you something. I am committing treason.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my god, my conflicted heart.
Right.
Because I don't want you to kill people, but I also have undying loyalty to the king.
Which is insane.
So insane. Don't have undying loyalty to the king. He's wildly conflicted, and he's not too happy with this revelation. I think he kind of wishes she had kept that to herself.
Yes.
Because now he has to make the choice.
Yeah, he has to know.
Of, like, do I take this to the king, who I have this weird undying loyalty for, or do I not?
Yeah.
And do I protect her? And she just said, when I get out of here, I'm going to be long gone and he'll never know. And he's like, you're going to leave? And then he's like, I'll come with you. And she's like, I'm sorry, you what?
Yeah. You what?
You what? And he's like, I'm coming with you. So I think he kind of has made his choice.
Okay.
At this point. It's probably going to shift, but I do think it's going to make he's making a choice, and his choice is her.
Okay.
Which is cute.
Yes. That's always cute.
I love when the choice is
a person.
Just like in Shield of Sparrows.
Yeah.
I choose you.
Okay.
Smooch, smooch, smooch.
Tell me, before I tell you a little about Crescent City if you want, or we move on from Weenies, about Mort.
Mort. Mort has an awesome New York accent in this audiobook. I listen to these books with my holes. I don't read them with my balls. But I don't actually know where I'm going to get the last ones because they're only on Audible, and I don't do that. I might have to get an Audible 30-day subscription or something and just crank through them. But Mort. I think Mort should sound like King Julian.
Mort, like Mort from those movies?
Yes.
King Julian!
King Julian! But no, I think he should sound like King Julian. Because when I hear Mort, I hear, Mort, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's King Julian. But no.
I'm not doing anything!
I'm not doing anything! King Julian! King Julian! King Julian, please! But Mort is great. He's this animated doorknob guy, door knocker. I like him. I think he's just this crotchety dude who's like, ask the right questions. Selena, what are the questions you need to ask me? And she's like, I just want to know the answers. And he's like, well, you're not asking the right questions. And then she's like,
she hasn't even tried to ask any questions.
And he's like, no questions. No questions, no answers. You know what I'm saying? You come to me on the eve of my daughter's wedding. And she's like, you don't have a daughter. You're a door knocker. And he's like,
I think Mort could find a way.
He could. He said he's not alive. He's like, I'm not alive. I'm a door knocker.
Yeah.
I just am sentient.
Yeah.
So, Mort's great. I think she should ask him probably about this recurring dream that she's having. Like, hey, he knows things. He's old as time.
Yes.
Why don't you say, hey, I have this dream all the time about this stag. Can you tell me what the symbolism is? Can you please tell me what the symbolism is?
Yeah.
And he'll be like, yeah, let me tell you about the stag. It's actually... And then he'll...
And this is a moment when I'm dying not to tell Emma what the symbolism of the stag is and why Selena hasn't asked yet. But maybe that's our weenie.
That's the weenie.
Yeah.
And then Nehemia is just being a boss-ass bitch.
Yeah.
And she's great. I love her.
She's moving in silence.
She is, and she's like, you're stupid, Selena.
But I love you.
That thing, that riddle that you're trying to solve, not that easy. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, well, irritating, but okay.
Yeah.
So that's the weenies. Those are Lo-weenies.
Los weenies.
Los weenies. Los gibbities. Oh, los gibbities. No. Los gibbities nuts. No. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's our ACOTAR episode.
Yeah.
That's our weenies.
Thank you for joining us to talk about one of the biggest romanticides of all time.
It's very popular, and we understand it has some crack in it.
Yeah.
But we're not going to spend as much time on it as probably some of you would like. Because that's it. Next time, we'll be talking about Court of Silver Flames.
We are pumped.
We're so excited about that episode. So make sure you tune in to hear from Taylor J. Which is so exciting.
It's so exciting.
Yeah. I'm so excited about it.
All right.
Anyway, thanks for joining us on Page to Stage.
Bye.
Bye.
Our editing on Page to Stage is done by Emma.
Our music is by A Strange Mood Productions. Thank you for building us these sick beats.
If you want to contact us, that's at Page to Stage Pod on Instagram, or you could send us an email at pagetostagepod@gmail.com. Our Instagram is run by a tiny feral raccoon. We love her a lot.
And we love you a lot. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, Rhys comes in and he's like, she was never in love with you. I'm so sexy. Night court, night court.